What I like most about my sport is probably just the freedom and the way I can like express like my creativity like on a wave.
I would get texts from friends. I just saw this kid Owen surf and he's from your hometown. Like, man, he's insane, you know? He's got something that's unique.
He just kind of caught my eye when he was like 11 or 12. Just his fundamentals in surfing were far beyond his age.
One message that I always gave Owen, I always kind of just kept it simple. Do what you love what you do.
My name is Owen Moss, I'm 16 years old and I'm a surfer. Tide looks like it's a little bit too low right now. I mean, they'll run contests in this, that's what I always say. Just go surf. Nice thing about surfing is there's not like a set time. Like football, you have like set practice. In surfing, it's like, it's kind of whenever, like you can always practice.
My name's Ben Bourgeois. I'm from Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina. For me, I was on tour for a long time, on the World Tour, the Championship Tour, and also the qualifying series. I think Owen, he's kind of like come into his own, but even as like a little kid, I could always tell that he had a lot of talent for sure, because he was like throwing down maneuvers that like kids his age don't usually do.
When I first started, I was on like a boogie board, and my dad would push me into waves when I was like 3. And I would like stand up on the boogie board and surf that. Loved it from then.
Surfing just in general is really difficult. I think Owen, he's got a different style and technique than most kids his age, because he's a bigger kid now and he surfs really powerful. I think you see a lot of other kids that don't have like the power he has.
Like you use every muscle while surfing because you want to have strong legs to surf like small waves and then also surf big waves. And you want to have strong arms so you can catch those waves.
And then if you got that natural love for the sport and all that things, then the rest comes along, you know, and it doesn't really feel like hard work that you're putting in.
I mean, I had the option either between go to school or go get dropped off at the beach every morning and then do this. So I was like, I think I'm gonna surf and go to the beach. We're at Wrightsville Beach Park in Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina. And we're gonna try to fly some drones. This is an FPV drone. I built this myself. It's actually like really similar to surfing just because it's always in a constant state of motion. And on waves, you make up like your own like lines and like what turns you're gonna do. And it's kind of the same thing. You're like doing like flips over trees and you're like putting it all together and making it look good like you are in surfing. I think it helps me in surfing because it keeps my mind in like a constant flow state, and it keeps me moving and like being creative, because you have to be really creative to make like cool lines with these, because it's hard. People are always like, what is that? How are you controlling it? And I'll have my goggles on and people are like, is this guy okay? Or
I feel like we've been so fortunate in a way because he's experienced so many hands-on activities with nature and so forth, versus sitting in a classroom all day long. Hearing about it, he's actually out there doing it all.
Fun fact, I used to make YouTube fishing videos. They were gonna be fishing little residential ponds for big fish.
Oh my God! Oh my God, no! No!
There's little one. That's not bad. Little baby.
It's kind of interesting because, I mean, you take an 11-year-old kid and it goes to Nicaragua and comes home and tells you as the adult what Nicaragua's like and tells stories about it. So he's kind of well-versed in sort of a different way of life, I guess, than say both of us are.
He's just not your type of kid that likes to sit around and just kind of watch TV and do nothing. He likes to do things.
This is my first surfboard. This is my second board. This is a little bit more recent. This board, oh, there's a nose too. This is my Carver. This is the USA Team 1. This is how I can practice surfing not in the water when there's no waves. It's perfect. And then we've got all my trophies that I've had. I honestly can't remember which ones are which now, other than those three. Those three are East Coast titles. And then that little like hand plane, the one shredder thing, that is like the first contest I ever won. You see the Statue of Liberty one, that was the first time I went to New York and I got first. I mean, I have fun like every time I surf, but then when I switch into contest mode and it's like, I'm really focused and like, I'm focused on one thing. So like the only reason I go is because I want to win.
My name is Dylan Kowalski. We ride for the same surf shop, Sweetwater Surf Shop. So a competition that really stands out for me when I was watching Owen was, we were doing the Oakley Surf Shop Challenge. It was a team event, so we were on the same team. And so he went out in his heat and he was competing against guys that were like double his age. They looked like double his statue. I remember he got like the first wave of the set, he did like 3 big turns and then finished with a fin blow reverse, which is like a really technical maneuver in surfing. And then Brett Simpson, who is a CT surfer, he won countless US Open titles, took off on the next wave and he did like 3 big turns. They called out Owen's last score, I think it was like a 7.5, and then Brett's was like an 8.5. So there's only a point distinction between a kid who's 12 and a professional surfer who's on the highest level of surfing you can be. And when I saw that, I was just like, well, there's something special for him.
Something like one piece of advice I'd give like someone like wanting to get like into that competitive part of it is just don't lose the fun aspect of it. Like, because when you lose fun, it's just, you don't really want to do it anymore. No days off to me means like just working on yourself every single day and like getting better and getting to where you like want to go. Just honestly bettering like yourself, just working hard. Thanks for checking out how I stay busy. To watch more videos like this, subscribe to Whistle Sports.
This is called a Palomar knot. It's really easy, but it's like one of the best knots you can ever do. Gotta wet it because then otherwise it'll fray and make the line weak.